Good morning and welcome to today's Daily Dose. You've probably heard most of what I'm going to say before, but I think in these times it bears repeating. At least I need to repeat it to myself anyway. How does God operate in times of human crisis? There are many things that happen in our daily lives that we just don't understand, but we can find comfort in knowing that God understands everything. God was there at the beginning, and God is already on the other side of what we're going through now. I've thought about that a lot recently as this strange time has been dragging on and on and on. God's already on the other side. He knows what's going to happen. Whether we wind up in a new normal or get back to the old one, God's already there. We can trust that God will be with us and lead us through it. So what would God have us think and do during this time? Well, here are a few thoughts that have occurred to me. First, focus on what God has done in the past. It'll make it easier to trust Him now. I'm sure you can think of many times in your life when God has been faithful. I know I can. He's promised to never leave us or forsake us. There are plenty of examples in the Bible. God promised to save Noah and his family. He did. God promised Israel He would take them out of Egypt. He did. God promised the Messiah as far back as Genesis, and He came. In Joshua 23:14, Joshua talks about God's promises in part of his farewell address to Israel. Joshua said, "Now I am about to go the way of all the earth. You know with all your heart and soul that not one of the good promises the Lord gave you has failed. Every promise has been fulfilled." Second, can we try to figure out what God wants us to do during this time out? What new thing would He have us learn? Or how would He have us grow? If you're like me, maybe it's an opportunity to practice being patient. Third, refocus our thoughts on the eternal and not on the world. This isn't our forever home. I know we have to live here for a while, but we can use this Corona timeout to focus on the future, our eternal future. Now read from Colossians 3:1 and 2, where it says, "If then you have been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on the things that are above, not on things that are on the earth." Finally, can we find a way to use this strange and unique time as a way of bringing others to Christ? Our mission to make disciples hasn't changed. And personally, I've found that sharing the daily dose with other people in my life is an easy way to break the ice. It's a conversation starter when you don't know how else to do it. So remember, when we get to the other side of this coronavirus thing, it's going to be okay. We know this because God's already there. Have a great day.